Welcome to Third Eye Champagne. I'm Kirsten Langston, author and intuitive. It is the first Thursday of the month, which means we are here. Whoa, what did I walk in on? On the chat. Cocaine and fentanyl. What are we talking about? Who's on cocaine and fentanyl? What's happening? Oh my goodness. Hi, everybody. We are here. Couple of really quick announcements. I'm kind of under the weather, so we're gonna go for at least an hour today for sure. I don't know if I can guarantee much more after that hour. We are doing a group energy clearing and manifestation session, I guess we can call it, tomorrow. Anyway, it's first Friday tomorrow, so if you are a member of Club 3333, you should have an email with that link because that is free for you. If you are a member or a patron and you're a member at thirdeychampagne.com, you get $5. These are cheap. These are very cheap. I'm only charging $10. Usually people charge a lot more. But you should have gotten your promo code. If not, you can look on Patreon. You look at the forum, thirdeychampagne.com to get the promo code, so you're only paying your $5. And then if you're neither of those, it's $10 to join us tomorrow at 4 p.m. It's an hour long. It is, so I became a certified hypnotherapist as I was recuperating last year from the whole deathbed thing. And I use the hypnotherapy, and this is so funny because all these people, so last time, January was the first time I'd done it. And all the people are like, I fell asleep. Like, no, you were hypnotized. You were hypnotized. That was hypnotism. So we use the hypnotherapy. We go in, we clip all your energy, we get you nice and clean, and then we start giving your subconscious messages to help you manifest what it is you want. It works. It's great. I highly, highly, highly recommend you join us tomorrow, whether you're paying for it or you're not paying for it, whatever. It's just good stuff. And the recording stays up, so you can access that. If you can't make the live, the recording stays up until just about the end of the month, and then we go into our next, March 1st Friday. So that's what's going on there. Marissa Peer is where I did the hypnotherapy training. You felt so bad she couldn't put you down that you faked it. Yeah, some people it's hard to get hypnotized. That's true. That's very true. So I don't have anything on my agenda today, my friends. I got nothing. So what do you want to read on? What do you want to look at? Cheers of Classic. Yeah, it works. Dude, I love it. I love it. So 3 Chiefs fans were found deceased. Oh boy. And they were found. I know nothing about this. In the U.S., we can look at that. Meghan and Harry, we can look at that. Crazy weather in Cali. I know it's nuts. Oh, Nicki Minaj and yes, and Megan the Stallion. Yes, we gotta look at that. I know the MAGAs hate Taylor right now. I didn't get a chance to look at any of the sword that executed Anne Boleyn, but I didn't look at any of the details, but I don't think he's correct. I do not think he's correct. I think it's a mistake. And I don't think it's on purpose. I do not think it's on purpose. All right. Well, let's take a peek. We'll start with the Kansas City stuff. One was in the laundry. Oh, and the friend was inside sleeping. I do know this one. Yes. I want to look and see if we get the devil card. So this story, now this is interesting. This is very interesting. So what happened is these guys go over to their friend's house to watch the game, and nobody hears from them for like 3 days. Nobody hears from them. Nobody's answering their phones. The guys whose house it is, he's not answering his phone. And finally somebody goes over there and they're going, okay, something's going on. So I can't remember if they let the friend in or if the police were there, but somebody was knocking on the door and they oh, what's going on? They come out of the bedroom and the friends are outside. The 3 guys were outside and had passed away. And so they are, you know, wondering, did this guy have anything to do with it? I don't think he did. I don't think that the survivor did. And then I guess like they already kicked him out of the house because he was renting. Looks like they kicked him out of the house. They're like, all right, whoever owned it, they were like, get out of the house. But it looks like these guys passed away from hypothermia. I wonder if they passed out in the snow, if they went and, you know, they were all intoxicated for sure. But I wonder if, you know, oh, let's get some fresh air. And could be asked to, yeah, let's get some fresh air. And then, you know, they pass out and die of hypothermia. So, oh wow, cards are on point today, friends. So we see the three people partying. We see them partying. So they were partying. Bam, right there. Well, I'm going to give it to you. Now, this is interesting. The death card is also here. So this is, the cards know what we're talking about. This is very interesting. So we got to look at this guy. He's coming up with, there's some kind of cover up. So this is the survivor, the remaining survivor. He's coming up with the guilty card. This is very interesting. So let's take a peek at him. He's coming in with the guilty card. Very interesting. I think it was too much partying. That's what I think. But let's see what this guy might be guilty of. So, you know, it could just be he gave him a bunch of bad drugs. You know what I mean? It could be like, here, everybody, I got some great drugs. You know, maybe he doesn't know they're bad drugs. Maybe he does know they're bad drugs. But it looks like he had a hand in it, but I don't think he killed them on purpose. I am on Wi-Fi. I'm not plugged into the box. The box is not anywhere near where I am. But I'm broadcasting on X, the artist formerly known as Twitter today. So if I'm pixelated, I'll just stop broadcasting on other social media networks because I think it's not working. I think it's not working. I'm talking about the guy that was in the house. That was in the house. Let's just see what cards he gets. I'm wondering if he just gave really bad drugs. Yeah, I'm wondering if he was like, whoops. And if they're not used to it, you know, blah, blah, blah. It feels to me like they just passed out. They went outside and passed out. Or were real out of it, even really out of it and sort of wandered out. Maybe they didn't, you know, want to go outside on purpose. I was just at Linda's house on Tuesday. And I hadn't seen Linda face to face since COVID. It was really nice to see her. She looks fantastic. And she'll be coming on the show soon. You know, she is just so lovely. The guy in the house was known to be a chemist, good connections for partying. Yeah. He didn't kill these people. I'll tell you that. He didn't kill them. But he's a contributing factor, but he didn't see it coming. He was just as shocked as everybody else, like, whoops. Whoopsie, whoops. That's what I get. I don't think there's anything nefarious per se going on here. These people took these drugs willingly. He didn't drug them. He didn't tie them up outside, you know. But he definitely, I think what probably happened is he probably was used to whatever they were taking, and so he, you know, he was like, I'm going to bed, you know, whereas the rest of them got really, really effed up, you know, and ended up outside. Maybe outside smoking, maybe outside, you know, trying to get fresh air. Maybe they were out of their minds outside. I don't know why they went outside. I can't see it. Yeah, this is very interesting. Zelensky wants to fire the head of the Ukrainian army. Let's look at that's actually pretty interesting. I think he will succeed. I think he will succeed. I mean, he wants to get rid of him because he doesn't feel like he's doing a good job. I mean, that's what, like, he wants to different direction. I think there is a discrepancy, a disagreement between what one person wants and what the other person wants. I actually ran Princess Kate for members and patrons last week. We took a peek at that. Interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. Remember, I am live every Thursday of the week, but I'm live for free the first Thursday and the last Thursday. But take a peek at Princess Kate and see how she's recovering. Oh yeah, they're arguing about which direction to go in. They don't think they ever got along because it's showing that the relationship is strained, absolutely strained. So this is your war strategy card, and they're arguing about, okay, what direction do we want to go in? And it looks like somebody wants to be more moderate and somebody doesn't. So these two cards are saying, hey, I want to go slow, and one of the other ones is going, no, I want to go balls to the wall. So looks like the general probably wants to go balls to the wall, and Zelensky's going, I don't think so. Somebody mentioned money issues in the chat, and they're showing up here. So I think that there's probably disagreements on how to spend money, where to get them. You know what I mean? Like there's money issues. Where do we want to put our resources? That's why he's trying to get rid of the guy, because they disagree on pretty much everything. I do believe he's going to be successful in getting rid of him. Now, what does that mean for Ukraine? I mean, I still see what I've always seen, which is Ukraine will give up some land before this is over and done with. But let's take a peek. See what's going on. It also feels to me like somebody's going to come in. I mean, U.S. is already kind of working with Ukraine, but it looks like somebody's going to come in and help them. Somebody's either going to give them troops or more money or better equipment. Ukraine's about to kind of make a comeback. We've been looking at Putin over at thirdEyeChampagne.com and Patreon. Only $11. People get mad when I hype myself, but I'll never stop. And that's how I make my living. That's how I support myself and my mother and my nephew and my sister and brother sometimes. That's how I do it. So I have to tell you. I have to tell you what's available so you know. So let's see. Let's look at Ukrainian victory here and see what's going on. Former U.S. military vets will join in. Yeah, I'm wondering because they get more. Does Lena Haba get disbarred now? Thank you, AD. Appreciate that. No, she doesn't get disbarred. But it's funny. She's not well liked. It's just so funny, but nobody really likes her. Poor thing. Poor thing. I don't know that anybody she works with likes, like, the clients and all of that. But it also seems like other attorneys don't really like her. All right, Ukrainian victory. Here we go. Let's see what we've got. Ooh, not great cards for Ukraine. They're not good. I'm going to show them to you. This is very rough for them. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like Ukraine loses a lot. That is here. We already know we're seeing this. We know what's going on here. Ukraine loses a lot. They're not done. They're not done. This is going to keep going on. It's funny because I would keep seeing, chances for peace, chances for peace. I think they're going to make peace, and then it wouldn't happen. I haven't seen that in the cards anymore. In fact, I was usually getting this one here. Oh, I think they're going to broker peace. I think we have a chance for peace. And then, nothing. This is now showing up in the past. It is now showing up in the past. So what I see now is they're continuing to carry and they're not finished yet, not by a long shot, but it looks like the tide turns for them. As far as an outright retreat, I don't think you're going to see it. I think they end up ceding some areas to Russia, and Ukraine becomes smaller. What else do you guys look at? And if you put something in the chat that you want me to look at and I haven't seen it or I haven't read on it, feel free to put it in again. Please feel free to put it in again. Jack Smith and his lawyers went to Florida to meet Judge Cannon face to face. Interesting. Well, we already see, so we'll take a peek at Trumpy. So remember I told you he's going to get hit in the pocketbook. I'm telling you this over and over and over again. Thank you, Stephanie. It gets worse. So now he owes E.G. and Carol 83 million, right? 83 million, I think. I think we've got a Chiefs win. I'm going to look. So it's funny because my nephew likes to give me a lot of shit. Auntie, you're not really psychic. And so we were having an argument over dinner as usual. And he said, if you're psychic, then you can. Thank you, Black Love. I appreciate that. If you're psychic, then you're going to tell me is right before, the Niners and the Chiefs played their respective rivals, what was it? The Lions and the Ravens, I think. And he says, you're going to, I said, Niners are going to win and Chiefs are going to win. And we're going to have a Niners Chiefs Super Bowl. And so that happens, right? It comes out. And so I text my nephew and I said, well, you admit I'm psychic now? And he said, no. He keeps moving the goalpost. Nope, I sure won't. Now you have to predict who's going to win the Super Bowl. So we'll take a look. We'll take a look at cards and see which team gets the better cards. I like my comparison spreads. I don't think I've hardly ever done a comparison spread for you guys online. I do them for clients all the time. But I love that. If you're ever looking at, should I do this or should I do that? Let me tell you something. Comparison spread is the best. Who gets the better cards? Works every time. So, Trumpy. Getting hit in the pocketbook. Let's continue to look at his lawsuits. So right now we see the payout. We see an $83 million payout, which it's an excessive number. So obviously they're trying to teach this man a lesson. We see the money here. We see him stressing out over it over here. What happens next as far as Trump goes? He's about to have a little bit of a rough time. Thank you, Ian. I appreciate that. My beautiful smile is courtesy of braces twice. So thank you for noticing. My dad paid for him the first time. I paid for him the second time. You know what? He's going to continue to fight. He's going to continue to fight. We see more fighting. We see more fighting. I got to put more cards down here. He's worried. He's already got a payout. He sits. Then there's things that are just sitting for a while. They're sitting for a while as far as the lawsuits go. They're sitting for a while, sitting for a while. Arlene wants to know how I'm feeling. I'm not 100%. I'm not 100%. I don't think that it's permanent the way that I feel. Sometimes people take a hit and they can't come back from it. I will. But I'm still lagging. I still don't have my stamina back. I still get winded walking. It's not great. I'm still doing medical tests here and there just to make sure that everything's okay. So far, so good. But thank you for asking. It's been very very long road, and I'm not quite finished with it yet. All right, show me Trump lawsuit. Oh, guides say this guy's in trouble. Guides are saying this guy is in big trouble. He's going to lose everything. I think he's going to lose everything. I don't think there's one thing that he wins. And I know everybody, they keep arguing with me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he does go to jail, but I don't see it. I don't see prison time for him. And people don't like it when I say that. They're arguing with me. He has to. I just don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But heartbreak coming for the Trumpy. Heartbreak coming for the Trumpy. Guys are saying it just gets worse and worse and worse. Look, the lawsuits are showing up hard where they are. And what comes down, he's going to try to get out of stuff that we know. It's like, look, this guy's guilty. This guy's guilty. Sorry. I know. I hate to say it. You guys love it. But, sometimes it's so funny. Sometimes my videos start reaching like the pro-Trump audience. I think just because I'm mentioning his name, and they get very upset. But he's guilty. I'm hearing the parts. It's here in the cards. So what comes next for Trump? There's a delay of some sort. I keep seeing downtime. It's really weird. I don't think he's going to lose Mar-a-Lago, but that's a really good question, actually, Sadie. I think that's a really good question. It's weird, though. They keep showing me downtime, passivity, downtime. So I think there's a win in his future. JR's first live. Welcome and for being here. Does he stay in the running? Yes, he will. We'll look at election 2024. We'll do that in a sec. But right now, he's doing okay. There's some downtime. I don't know why it keeps showing me downtime, but it's like there's delays or downtime. And then he's kind of back up on the block. A downtime could just be court delays. He could be trying, we need that, or the judge wants to go on vacation. I don't know. There's downtime where there's something where he's not going to be consistently, pounded, not in a fight. Such a foul little mouth on me. I cleaned it up for YouTube. I got too many pearl clutchers. Insert foul joke here. I have to to start talking the way I want to talk. All right, let's look. I do want to look at the Amelia Earhart. I do believe it is her plane. Yes. Okay, let's look and see what does Trump lose with these losses, and then we'll move into election 2024. Now, consistently, and Linda and I were talking about this on Monday. She and I both see a Biden win. Guides have said, don't worry, Biden's going to win. Well, I'll tell you, I was telling her, and so this is consistently what I've seen, and those of you, especially that are members and patrons, because we read on this a lot, that I keep getting weird cards. So I keep getting these cards when I read on election 2024. I typically see a Biden win. But I'm getting these cards. I'm getting the Seven of Swords. I'm getting the Five of Swords. I'm getting the Devil. I'm getting the Seven of Cups. The Devil and the Seven, they're illusion delusion. The Seven of Swords is called sneaky. The Five of Swords is called guilty. It's really weird. First live too. Bora, welcome. Yeah, so I see these very weird things. Thank you, JD. I see these very weird things. Don't know why. Delays for Trump. It's weird. Very weird. So I talked to Linda about it. Oh, this is bad. Okay. But anyway, she said, I don't know, maybe it's because, Biden doesn't stay in the presidency for too long. She said, we both see Biden. Okay, fine. But I said, I keep seeing these weird cards. And she says, well, something's weird about the next Biden presidency. Cyberbomb first live. Yay, what? I love it. Newbies. So, I don't know what the cards are. We'll see if they show up. But I consistently have gotten strange cards. I consistently see a Biden win. I consistently get strange cards. So I don't know if he wins, if it's a Hillary thing, he wins and he doesn't get in. We've asked, well, who's sworn in on, January 25? Get weird cards about that. I mean, it's just very strange. It's very, very strange. So Trump lawsuits, you guys are going to love this. This is my reaction earlier. Hello. He's going down. He's going down. I'm sorry. He deserves it. The guy deserves it. He's on the wrong side of the law. Period. I'm not a Biden fan. Somebody said, please no more Biden. I'm not a Biden fan, but I'm also anti-fascism and anti-dictatorship and very anti-Trump. And, at this point, obviously I'm going to vote for Biden. Although I have to say, I know he's a little bit nuts about the anti-vax stuff. But I have looked at RFK Jr.'s policies, like on his website. They're pretty good. I mean, I'm on board. I think he's nuts. There's no chance of winning. He's got some very strange ideas. But when I looked at the policies, his environmental policies, especially, I was like, yes, okay. Like if this were my Democratic nominee, I wouldn't be too mad about it. I wouldn't be too mad about it. Yeah, and the family says he's nuts. And he has these really weird ideas. He does. He has these very strange ideas. But when I looked at the website, the policy, I was just going, oh my God, I agree with this. I agree with this. He's talking about veterans. He's talking about all the things that are important to me. He's talking about taxing the rich, and I'm going, okay, dude, I am in. Except that also he's apparently crazy. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate if he had just kept his mouth shut about the conspiracy stuff. He could have been a contender. Oh yeah, I love Bernie. With Warren, I was a Warren girl for sure. They're all corrupt. I don't like politicians. There's very few that I would throw my weight behind. Katie Porter, one of them. I like how she calls people on the carpet. You ever watch those Katie Porter, where she's just yelling at corrupt corporate people? She's just yelling at them. Let's look at election 2024. We'll see if the weird cards show up. Boeing as a company. Interesting question. Alt's got the good stuff to look at today like that. Boeing's not going to fail, but it's going to be a rough patch for quite some time. Probably a year, maybe a little bit over a year. Rough patch. Harry and Meghan will get divorced. They will. I've seen that constantly. That hasn't gone away from me. He has a second wife that everybody's like, oh yeah, we're into her. Everybody's really into Harry's second wife. This could be very far down the road, though. Right now, they're pretty solid. But ultimately, I don't believe that it stays a happy relationship. Oh, he's over 21 months. Thank you. All right, let's look at the election. I mean, I'm telling you, these weird cards. Show me U.S. election 2024. And see, and I'm getting a lot of cards, too, which I don't like. So for those of you who don't know, I do a Celtic cross, but it's bastardized. So you're supposed to only use 10 cards, and I pull as many as want to come out. Okay, Biden. Fake, right? So here we go. Biden's the winner. Bam. There it is. There's the Joe Biden card. There's the Wheel of Fortune card. There's the happy card. Okay, great. Now let's see what else we get. This is pretty consistent. Okay. See, we've got the Tower. All right, so that's weird stuff. Look, it's very stressing. Like it's showing me the stress here. JD for 26 months. Thank you. Okay, we've got the moon. What else do we have here? And I keep getting this. So then I wonder, does it go to the Supreme Court? Because I keep getting these decisions cards. I keep getting these kinds. So these cards are better than I've seen. I'm not getting those. Not getting the devil. I'm not. I've got Trump's in these cards too. So this will be interesting. But I'm not getting the devil. I'm not getting the sneaky card. So this is one of the better spreads I've seen. The Tower I don't love because that's weird. That's weird energy. That's just weird energy. So we see this kind of unsteady energy coming in. We see that people are very stressed out about what's going to happen. I think we need to look at the aftermath because I wonder if people are going to go nuts like they did last time. I haven't looked at that yet. But the energy is weird. The energy is strange. The decisions card is strange. I wonder if it's one of those things, again, we're so close, we don't know. Now, here's what's interesting. Trump comes in. Trump is going to do fairly well. Trump is going to do fairly well, unfortunately. But he doesn't have the goods. So he's sitting here with the 7 of Pentacles. He's left in the dust. He doesn't have the goods. He does not have the goods. But people rallying around this guy. Let's look at the aftermath and see if there's anything crazy. Thank you, JD. The presidential election is a big deal. Yeah, I mean, people are pissed off at Biden. No, he didn't do this and he didn't do that. I will say the one thing with Biden I really love is he's forgiven a lot of student loans. He's done a lot of stuff. There was something else he did that I really liked that's like out of my brain right now. But there's a couple of things where I was like, okay, I can get down with this. I can agree on this. But for the most part, he's okay. He's okay. What's really, yeah, we'll look at Kate. We'll take a peek and see how well she's recovering. It's nothing nefarious. It's nothing nefarious. I don't think she's just not coming across as like some, you know, it was really bad and she's extremely ill. I know they didn't say what it was. They didn't, yeah, they just said abdominal surgery. All right, so show me the aftermath of the 2024 election. Like I said, if you're getting here late, I am a little bit under the weather today, so I'm a little bit deflated. You know what I mean? Just a little bit on the downhill slope here, kind of. So if you're not getting your usual bouncy Kirsten, I do apologize. See, there it is again. See, something weird's going to happen. Something weird's going to happen. But I can't pinpoint what it is. I mean, I'm looking. See, there's the court again. See, does this go to the Supreme Court? Is this legal? Do there a bunch of, you know, crazy lawsuits? I mean, there were last time, so maybe that's what we're picking up. Will there be more? I mean, we have political parties. They just don't get any traction. Ooh, yeah. Okay. I think we're getting crazy stuff. I think we're getting some crazy stuff. I think people are going to go nuts again. I think people are going to go nuts again. Yeah, I do. I absolutely do. I think we're going to get, I mean, the moon is here again. So I think it's going to be funky. I think it's going to be crazy. Sideshow. Exactly, Heather. Yeah, I think we're going to get nutty things going on here. I think that whoever needs to be prepared will be prepared. You know, they're not going to be caught off guard like they were last time. But you can expect Trump and his followers. Actually, I want to look at that. You can expect them to make a real scene. It's going to be bad. There could even be loss of life. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. But then there's also going to be like this weird kind of fear mongering people online. Oh, it's the Civil War, blah blah. You're not going to get that. You're not going to get that. You know, I know everybody's saying that it's the same astrological stuff that we had during the Civil War before. My understanding is history doesn't typically repeat itself exactly as it did before. But I think we're going to see some crazy stuff. I do. I see. Hold on, I'm getting a download. Okay, I mean, he's speechifying. He basically, same stuff he's always done. He gives a go-ahead for violent activity. You see a lot of people, it looks like, just really angry, but do they really do anything about it? No, I think it's a small group of people that go nuts. So I'm not going to say, you know, Jan 6, you know, same deal, but I think you're going to see similar things, maybe in smaller pockets. They're showing me a Biden win because they're showing me Biden smiling with the thumbs up. He wins, but he's not well. They're showing me heavy burdens on his shoulders. His shoulders carry too much weight. And he might bend under that weight. Post-election Trump, it goes quiet. He goes very, very quiet. And I'm not exactly sure why. Because of course, you know, he can run again. He can keep playing this game as long as people will let him. But they're showing me he goes quiet. They're showing me he's walking away. They show me his back. He's walking away from me. They're showing me back. It looks like he's walking into Mar-a-Lago, but he's walking away from me. And he goes very quiet. He starts to get money from overseas. I don't know if these are speaking engagements or what, but there's money that comes in from overseas. They're showing me that there's a tax, quote unquote, a tax on the money. I think this is because he's you know, he's getting garnished because he owes a bunch of stuff. I don't see jail time. They just show me his back is walking for me. I also wonder about him remaining overseas or staying overseas, a la, you know, Julian Assange. But they showed me this man walks away, and they're giving me Biden with the thumb up, but his shoulders are very. He's heavy. I don't. Well, the gods are showing me they don't know which way it's going to go yet. by health wise, do we get a President Kamala? People won't like it. I don't think they're going to allow it, although, if he drops dead, they have to. Knock wood that he doesn't. But because I don't think he will. If I don't think he just drops. I don't think he does. But I think you can expect the second half of his presidency to be kind of a lame duck thing where it's like, it's a little bit weakened at Bernie's. It's a little bit or he's not there at all. But at the same time, I'm looking at Kamala Harris and guys are telling me she's just not well liked enough. And I mean, that's not what it should be about, obviously, but their guys are shaking their head no at her. If she gets that, it's by default. But I don't see it right now. Right now, it's a path. Right now, it's a crossroads. So while they're showing me his shoulders are stooped, he's carrying a heavy burden, and his health is okay, for his age for sure. But oh, interesting. The cognitive stuff with him. You know what? It's not dementia. It's the stress. It's the stress. It's the stress. It's messing with his brain. With Trump, I know everybody says dementia, dementia, dementia. That's always felt substance derived for me. I mean, they're both stumbling over things. They're both stumbling over things. They're both saying things that are kind of a little bit off. Trump more so, far more so than Biden. But with Biden, it's stress. It's a lot of stress. This guy's, I'm surprised he's made it this long. It's a lot of stress for Biden. For Trump, it feels like it's substance. I don't want to say abuse, but substance use that has been messing with his brain. That's kind of got him a little bit off. They're showing me this man gets confused. Ooh, they're showing me like sundowners for him. You know what that is? When people that have people in chronic pain too, is as the sun goes down, things get worse. Same with people. I used to work in a dementia facility a long time ago. They get worse as the sun goes down, and it's like that's what he has. He has trouble waking up. He's very groggy when he wakes up, but then he's okay with Trump. But it's interesting because I look at Kamala and the guides are kind of right now. They're shaking their head. Like if she ran, she wouldn't win. She would not win if she ran. They shouldn't run Kamala Harris. They need somebody else. They need somebody else. I'm also seeing Josh Hawley being elevated, much more elevated, much more elevated. Maybe not in 28, but at some point down the road, if this guy stays where he is, he will be extremely elevated. They're also showing me, oh shit, they're showing me Mitch McConnell all black in a coffin. They are showing me flowers, showing me white flowers around him with black bows, like black, ribbons. What else? They're showing me a lot of pictures today. We don't see much in pictures, but they're showing me a lot of pictures. Interesting. They're also telling me look for South Africa specifically to start to become a major political player. So what we're seeing with them recently, expect more of that. Particularly, they're going to. I mean, this is a long-term prediction, but they become a very massive political player. There's also something they're trying to show me about minerals or mining for minerals, or there's a mineral suddenly that people really want. Like, they were doing this for the iPhones and stuff. They need these crystals and stuff, but showing me that there's something that is all of a sudden a big, I don't know what it is, but it's a big commodity and there's a lot of mining going on. And this does feel global. They're also showing me China. Now this is weird because I know they're communists, but they're showing me the whole thing in red. I don't know what that means. I do not know what that means, but they're showing me the whole country and it's blanketed in red. I don't know if that's fires. I don't know what that is. It's referring to political stuff. I don't think it's to say, oh, by the way, they're communists. There's something else here they're trying to show me, but I don't know what it is, but it's red. That red alert. I don't think that they're any kind of crazy threat, right now, but there's something about the country. There's something there. They're showing it's all red. It's all really dark red. So I don't know what that is. They're also showing me the state of Florida specifically, and they're showing half underwater. Now, I don't believe that this is literal. I don't think that, oh, and by the way, the coasts are disappearing, blah, blah, blah. I think this is a huge storm. because I think it's what they're trying to show me is flooding. I don't think it's a tsunami, but huge, something big weather-wise is coming for Florida in the next, hurricane season. Something real gnarly is coming. They're showing me that. There's also going to be a scandal coming out of Texas with regards to the border. This could be mass loss of life. Something really inappropriate. With regards to Texas and the border. They're telling me shakeups are coming for Canada. So if you're Canadian, there's shakeups coming politically. I think Trudeau is on his way out. This could be more long-term than short-term. But this guy's on his way out, and nobody likes the guy that comes after him, and then everybody likes the person that comes after that. Like, that one can do no wrong. There's only warring factions as far as Canada goes right now. Like things are about to amp up politically. Very, very much they're polarized. Canada gets more polarized. And it looks like you get like a hard liner man that comes in, but nobody likes this guy. And then after that, I think it's a woman. She comes in and everybody's like, oh yeah, we like her. Looking at the UK, I know a lot of people in the UK, guides are telling me more of the same. There's going to be a shakeup coming in France as far as there's something that they do that everybody's like, whoa, we didn't see that one coming. And it has to do with politicians or policy, or there's something that they do. This is not like arts and culture. This is somehow government or policy. I don't know I don't know what it is, but it's coming and everybody goes, whoa, what? What else? More alien disclosures, they're telling me. More alien disclosures. My throat is getting dry. This is a big download. They're telling me more alien disclosures, particularly by the US, but other countries are starting to follow suit. They're not really telling me why they're doing it. They're also saying half is true and half is not true. They're saying like half of what you're being told is the absolute truth, but then there's other things that are coming out that are just kind of best. Ocean floor becomes very important in the coming decades. They're gonna, maybe this is where they're trying to mine for this thing, I don't know, but the ocean floor becomes very, very important. People are doing something to it or pay attention to it. Maybe there's seismic stuff going on, but like everybody's like, let's look at the ocean floor. Like everybody's trained, everybody's watching it. I don't think it's a thing like that poor submersible Titan. I don't think it's that, but I see everybody's watching the ocean. Like everybody's trained on it. What else can you give me? They're also, this is interesting, but they're also telling me the new set of laws that are going to be passed in Hawaii that are really good for the Hawaiian people, like the native Hawaiian people. There's laws coming that are really going to benefit them. What else can you give me? Okay, they're showing me the coast. So they're showing me the west coast of the United States, and they're showing me walls of water coming in on the coast, walls of water. So I don't know if this is the upcoming storms. I don't know if this is something else, but they're showing me big waves, big walls of water, craziness. They're also showing me Japan, and I'm hearing a siren go off. Maybe this is earthquake, tsunami. Maybe that's what I'm looking at here. But because I'm hearing a siren in Japan, and people are kind of like, oh crap. That is also coming. Some of this stuff, it feels very very 2024. But other things like this ocean floor thing, I think that's a little bit further out. The alien disclosure stuff, they're just going to keep breadcrumbing with that. The France thing feels very 2024, possibly 2025. But again, it's like everybody's like, whoa. But for the most part, it's fairly well contained to around this year, this time period. Is there anything else? They're showing me Kelsey with a trophy, so I bet the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. Thank you, Jade. I bet the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. Woo! Okay, that was a hell of a download. Wow. Okay, well, I just saw Kelsey. Let's see what the cards say. We'll look at the Super Bowl real quick. Now, if you're going to use this for gambling purposes, listen, I'm a psychic. I'm not always right. No, nobody's right 100% of the time. So you have to do so at your own discretion. I'm not responsible for any gambling that you may make based on what you see here. That was a really good download. I'm telling you, that was an excellent download. Show me the Chiefs. So many pictures. You know what? The pictures are easier to see. Sometimes they give me information and it's just kind of like, I don't even know what I'm saying right now. And the Niners, I think the Chiefs are going to win. Oh, they have they got victory. Chiefs got it. The Chiefs got it. The Niners. So I want to show you the cards because these are really interesting. These are really interesting. Hi, Brianna. I see you. Shaking that ass. Okay, so here we go. Here's the Chiefs. They immediately get the Emperor. This is the card of strategy. This is the card of war. This is a card of defense. So I'm expecting to see the defensive line performing very well. Love it. Okay. And then we get this card here, which is kind of interesting. But you know what? I don't take it as a bad read, actually. It looks to me like they are keeping people. They're going to bind the Niners. They're going to bind the Niners. They are keeping people back. And then we get the bottom cards here, which are just like bug about it. We see the victory card. We see the victory card. We see the win here. We see the crown with the laurel. They're going to win. And then they get this card, which tells me, okay, this is fast. This is speed. This is passing. This is yards. You know what I mean? This is their quarterback. This is running. You know, this is bam. We got it. Now check out the Niners cards. Okay, not great cards. Now play okay. They play well. So it's not a blowout. It's not a blowout. They play well, but not great. So we see the Six of Pentacles here. We're like, oh, y'all need a little bit of help. They need a little bit of help. And then we see the Two of Pentacles here. These are not strong cards. So their brain is off. It's off. They're jumping from one foot to the other. You can see the waves in the background as these big waves. They're not going to be cohesive. They are going to do really well one quarter and really shitty the next. This is not their balance in their play. And then we get the Moon, which also tells me the same thing. They are not balanced in their play. They're all over the place. They are all over the place. So my cards say, my guides say it's a Kansas City win. So we shall see if I'm correct on that. We shall see. Because I'm notoriously not great at timelines, as we know. And I have very rarely, I'm getting better at it. But in the beginning, I couldn't call a sports win to save my life. I couldn't call, Academy Award wins to save my life. So I'm getting a little bit better at it. I've been practicing. I practiced with the Golden Globes this year. Oh my God. Okay, so I do believe that is Amelia Earhart's plane they have found. I want to kind of get the cards and just kind of see what shows up there. Damn, I'm on fire today, guys. I'm on fire today. Probably a great time to mention that I'm booking readings for March and April. You can get a regular reading. You can get a relationship reading. You can get an eclipse reading. If you're an Aries or Libra, you might want that eclipse reading. They are 1 hour. They are over Zoom. And right now they are $100 off. So they're $275. And if you're Club 3333, discounts are coming. So sit tight because I'm going to knock some money off for you guys. But if you want to get a reading with me, I have been on fire lately. Again, all of this is how I make my living. I have no other means of support. I don't have another job. I don't have a retirement fund. I don't have a spouse. So, you really are supporting small business when you do this, when you book with me. And I'm good. I'm good and I'm fun. You've never had a reading with me. It's you guys know that you guys had one. Let them know. Tell them in the chat. It's good stuff. Do I think Newsom would run for president? I know he wants to, but I don't know that he could ever get it because he's so polarizing. People really hate his guts. And he's He's got the smarm factor. Thank you, JT. Appreciate that. He's got the smarm factor. Which, like, he's super hot, but also the smart. I like his gravelly voice. My Gavin Newsom impression's even worse than my Trump impression. Okay, let's put cards down, see what's going on with Amelia Earhart, see if I can kind of. Wait, I'm on fire today, y'all. Thank you guys. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate it. It's a fun read. It's an accurate read. I enjoy doing it. And don't be afraid. Listen, I know people that they're like, I've been watching you and for so long, and I'm afraid to get a reading because you're like, you know, I don't know. It's like it's too intense, and please don't be scared. One-on-ones with me are very comfortable. They're very comfortable. There's no reason to freak out about it or be afraid to do it. It's you know, it's a good time. And you can get those readings by email. All you gotta do is email me, kirstenlinksonauthor@gmail.com, and ask for a reading. Okay. Ooh, I just got hit by some really weird energy. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise, that was weird. Ooh, I'm just gonna move that out. Just gonna move that out. My goodness. That was ugly. That was something real ugly. Hold on. I gotta move this out. Thank you. My goodness. Whew. Yeah, for sure is doing the halftime show. I do. That reminds me. I do want to look at, speaking of music, Nicki and the Stallion, because that is an ugly feud. It's real ugly. Okay. Amelia Earhart. I think that's her. I do. I think that's her. I think that's her. I think that's her main. What I'm seeing is that the plane went down, but plane hit the water, but they got out. I think they got out and went somewhere. I know that's one of the theories. I wonder if it was close to land at all, because I don't see her drowning, and I don't think that either one of them passed away before the plane, you know, hit the skids. It feels like I don't see either one of them drowning. I don't see it. I truly do not see it. I really don't see somebody passing away before. Did they pass out? No, because they didn't drown. They didn't drown. But I think there were injuries, maybe somebody or both of them died of injuries and not drowning, but they didn't drown. They didn't. 100 miles from land, so they couldn't have gotten anywhere, but they didn't drown. They did not. I'm telling you this right now. They didn't drown. They might have succumbed to their injuries in the water, and that's how they passed, but they didn't drown. You know what's crazy? This is the card that comes up when I ask about Amelia Earhart, and these are coffins floating on the water. How wild is that? How wild is that? That's crazy. That is crazy to me. But I tell you, these people, they didn't drown. They didn't. Could have been something else, and they're still in the water, but they didn't drown. God, is it wrong? I go onion juice. I could use it. To be very honest with you, I could use that. Oh. Okay, what else do we need to look at here? Catherine, right? Princess Kate. Let's take a peek at her, see how she's doing. Throat is getting very scratchy. That is such a good question, Tiffany. I was just thinking about that the other day. You know, they gassed that guy in Alabama. Will we abolish the death penalty anytime? No. No, I don't see it. Not in America, anyway. Are we the only ones that have it? I'm sure other countries still have it, right? I just want to say also, we have such a good group here. We have such a good group here. I was talking to Linda, like I said, I was at her house Tuesday. And I said, how many people watch you on your live streams, like regularly? She said, oh, about 5,000. And I said, your chat must be crazy. I think the most I've ever done is 2. And that was way back in the day before I was, shadow banned, more or less. And she said, yeah, the chat is nuts. I can't even see what they're saying. I can't even see what they're doing. It's crazy. And we have a good group of people here. We have so many. You guys are all so lovely to me. You're also lovely to each other. You bring such beautiful energy. It's really, really nice. And I appreciate it. And I very much appreciate it. Oh, Kate's going to be fine. Beautiful cards here. Really lovely cards. But you know what? There's complications down the road. There are complications down the road, which is interesting. So we see her recovering very well. She's fine. She's doing her best here. She's coming in her own card. She's got the balance here. We see her here doing very, very well. We see her also here doing very, very well. Like, she's okay. She's good. But there's complications after. So this could be down the road. This could be down the road. But so we see complications here, here, and here. They fix it. They handle it. They deal with it. But there are complications to what she goes through. And that could be anything. That could be like with me, I'm a kidney donor, and when they sewed me up, they sewed a bunch of nerves. So sweet of them. It was a teaching hospital. They showed me up. They sewed me up, and they sewed up all these nerve endings, and I dealt with that for heck along. But eventually the nerves died, and I was fine. So it could be that. But there's some kind of complication that she has to deal with. Oh, Michelle's saying, Kirsty's past life readings are amazing, and her personal readings are excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Sharon. Appreciate you. Always the MVP with the links. Don't forget, we are doing the clearing tomorrow. It's 1 hour. It's $10. It's a clearing manifestation thing. Manifestation. I can't even say it. It's $10. The link is in the box. If you're a member or patron, it's $5, and you should have gotten your promo code. If you are Club 3333, it is for free. And it's really effective. Okay, so what else do we need to read on? Have I missed anything? Oh, Nicki. We need Nicki and Megan. Duh, Kirsten. All right, look. So if you don't know, Nicki Minaj, she's problematic. Not as problematic as Azealia Banks, but Nicki is problematic. The husband is on the registered sex offender list. It's a whole thing. And Megan Thee Stallion. So we've got diss tracks going on here. These two are not happy with each other. Megan Thee Stallion's another rapper. She got shot in the foot by her ex-boyfriend, and some people are, they like, oh, she didn't get shot, didn't hang. So let's see how the feud is going. Silly. It's silly. And Nicki's a little bit unhinged these days. Nicki's a little bit kind of going off. I don't know what's going on with her. She's going to come after my aspect. She's been coming after influencers and shit. She's been going after people online, randos online. She's really having a field day. Let's give Nicki a reading. I mean, the feud itself, it's kind of non-existence. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, it's whatever. It's not a huge deal. I mean, it shows up here. There's these two, but it's also it's paying. It pays. It pays to fight. It pays to fight. Like it's lucrative for them. It's almost orchestrated. I don't know that it is exactly orchestrated, but it's working out for everybody. People are selling things. People are in the news. People are getting, so this works for them. This works for them. So we see the feud here. We see them fighting here. It comes in with the Magician, which is a card of manipulation. It's a card of using your tools. So and then it's a card, we have the Star also coming in. So it's fame. It's fame. I mean, this is, I don't want to say they planned it, because I don't think they planned it, but it's lucrative. You're getting the Ace of Pentacles here. It works for everybody. Works for everybody. All right, let's look at Nicki. I want to look at Nicki. I just want to see how she is, how she's doing. Unauthorized tarot reading on Nicki Minaj. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I mean, it may be legit. It may be super legit, but it's also, it's making them money. It's putting their name in the news. It's making them money. It's 1:15 in Scotland. Jesus, Ian, you don't sleep, huh? Or am I just so good you had to set the alarm to get up to watch? That must be what it is. Just couldn't miss it. Okay, let's look at Nicki. You know what? This woman's anger is real. I don't know that it's justified. I think she's angry at a lot of things, a lot of things, but it's it's funky. It's funky. She got a lot of angry energy around her. God, I would advise her meditate. I would advise her to get this. She's mad at the world. She's worries about money. She worries about money, whether she has it or whether she doesn't have it. She worries about money a lot. She has a kid, right? Doesn't she have a child? Didn't she have a kid? I'm making that up. She gets worried. This is somebody that has a lot of worries, and maybe not legitimate worries. Maybe not. Feels like she worries about money. She worries about keeping money, even if she already has money. The marriage, unfortunately, was ill-advised. So there's the husband, Kenneth Petty, and there's the not so great card. I think that the marriage is isolating to her. There's something about it's isolating to her. She has to pull herself back from it. She can be very generous. She can be extremely generous, this woman. Extremely generous. And that's here in her cards. But she gets worried. She gets worried about, it's funny, because it's almost like she's trying to make it happen, but she gets worried about getting canceled or getting screwed over, or all of a sudden not famous anymore. All of a sudden the album doesn't sell. But I mean, and I'm sure everybody gets worried to a degree, but she gets really, really worried. She has I think scarcity issues, scarcity problems. Actually, I want to put one more spread down on her. She can be real mean. She can be real mean. She's a little bit mercurial the way she comes out too. It's 1 minute we're best friends and next minute we're not. People kind of don't know where they stand with her. But there is kind of an insecurity here. I don't think it's about herself, but it's that there's something, are they going to love me tomorrow? Or am I still going to be good? Are they still going to buy the albums? Are they still going to want me? She's kind of going out of her way to scream at people lately. And so it's almost like she's trying to make it, a self-fulfilling prophecy. And it is a little Azalea Banksy what's going on right now, which not good for Azalea's career, not good for Nicki's career. People suspect some powder ingestion with her. It's possible. she does feel, like I said, 1 minute she's here and she can be incredibly generous though. She can, if you are like one of her people, she will take care of you. But she works constantly. She's constantly worried. Look at this, worried about money again. There it is. More worried about money. She worries about money, worries about being isolated. It's not technically that she's mad at Megan Thee Stallion. It's she would be mad at anybody. She's so talented. I know she really is. She really is. I think she's almost always angry, deep down inside. And so if you are suddenly the target, bam, here you go. Like she's going off on you. She's going off. She's absolutely going off. But you know what? If she were my client, I would say, look, Nicki, you don't have any reason to worry. There's no reason to worry career-wise. Although it does almost feel like trying to self-sabotage. It really does. It really, really, absolutely does. What time is it here? Okay, we're okay. We're okay. We're doing all right. Okay. Sorry, I have to check something. Okay. All right. Okay. We're okay time-wise, Auntie. Yeah. Yeah, she's mad at everybody. So, and you know what? I say, Megan has really nice energy. She has really nice energy. That's somebody that has to not get taken advantage of. She has to kind of, she's flying high. She's doing very well, and I think she's only going to do better. But she has to worry about the people around her. I mean, everybody does when you're in a fame situation, but she, I think, is a little bit too trusting, or she doesn't gauge other people well. And I would advise her. I would say, look, you need to have somebody that will cut people dead. Somebody that will look at somebody and go, they're no good, because I don't think she can quite do it. Sharon said 357 in the chat, 219 with the thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up. Yeah, that, you know what? That's very helpful to me. It lets people know that I'm on. Because the more people that give the thumbs up, the more the YouTube algorithm goes, here you go. Here you go, everybody. Look, you might like this. This lady's on. I was just talking today about I can no longer be a slave to algorithms. I just, the whole thing, it's just one big bullshit hamster wheel. I'm going to do a little message for you guys. And then I'm going to do a clearing because that energy was really weird. I'm going to do another clearing. So stick around. Make sure you get cleared because I don't know what the hell. It was ugly. But I was just saying, I'm being told, oh, you have to post here 5 times a day. And you have to post, TikTok has to be at least 3. And Instagram should be at least 3. And you have to post stories. And you have to post reels. And you have to post posts. And you have to individual post on Facebook. And, and you should be posting to YouTube at least once a day and all this stuff. And YouTube likes shorts better than anything else and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And every single social media platform chooses the algorithms. So you don't know what, you don't know what, if you're doing the right thing, if you're doing the wrong thing. But I'll say, it never seems to make a dent for me no matter what I do. It really doesn't. And like doing collabs, like every once in a while I'll do a collab and some people will find me, but it's not a stampede. And I can't stand it. It's such hamster wheel stuff. Drives me nuts. Okay. So your message going into February. All right, my friends. We have all planets direct first of all, so that's good. Second of all, you know what? It's a really good month to make money. You should be paying attention to your money this month. You should pay attention to your money. You should pay attention to your business. You should pay attention to business and money opportunities. Don't mess with the man. So look, this month, there's 2 things. All right, legally, any legal issues, I want you to be very careful. Follow the line, follow the law. You're not going to get away with stuff this month. It's very much walk the line, toe the line. But also, listen, I'm dead serious. If you are doing like a Davy and Goliath thing, if you've got to go up against a corporation, a hospital, there's something you need from them, Be very careful when you do it. I wouldn't advise it, but if you have to do it, you need a plan, you need a strategy, you have to have all of your ducks in a row. But it is a great month. I'm going to show you these money cards because it's a really nice month for money. And we have just nice vibes also. But hold on, I like, this is really nice stuff. So we're getting these really gorgeous money cards. Nice money cards here. Nice money cards here. Excellent for money. Excellent. And then just overall vibes. Look at this. You get the Lovers. You get the Empress. You get Celebration. You get the Arrows of Love. I mean, this is nice vibes. Very nice vibes. Beautiful month. JFS, you were kind of shadow banned. I subscribed to you and then didn't see you for years. Honestly, I forgot all about you. And then about 6 months ago, you reappeared out of the blue. Oh, that's interesting. That's really interesting. Okay, let me a lot of people tell me that they get unsubscribed from my channel, and or they don't get notified, they don't see me. Okay, let me clear everybody. I just want to clear myself, everybody that is watching or will watch. Clear all the energy between us. And let me know when you're done. I can feel it. I don't know if y'all ever feel this, but I can feel it when I do the clearings. Wow. Okay. All right, friends. I will be live next week for members and patrons. Again, that's $11 if you join. We do it on Zoom. We talk about stuff we can talk about on YouTube because YouTube likes all the censoring. They like all of the censoring, and we like to talk about uncensored things like, Israel and Wade and the Rona and all of that stuff. We like to talk about that kind of stuff without being, not being able to talk about it. So if you're into that, if you want to do that, again, it's $11. Link is in the box. I will see you tomorrow for the energy clearing. And I do love you. I do adore you. I am your biggest cheerleader. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for everything. I love this community. I love this group. I just love it. You know what I mean? I love it. You guys are amazing. You bring such beautiful vibes every time we stream. I can't thank you enough.